Yeah, James Hamilton has found that Nicola Sturgeon did not breach the ministerial code. He looked at a number of accusations that she did, and I'll just give you some of them, Sarah. Whether the First Minister attempted to influence the conduct of an investigation into Alex Salmond, whether she broke the code by continuing with the judicial review, the challenge that he launched, whether she misled Parliament about meetings with Alex Salmond, and whether her meeting with Jeff Aberdeen, Alex Salmond's former Chief of Staff, and meetings and phone calls she had with Mr Salmond constituted a breach of the ministerial code. On all those counts, on all these accusations, he has said that she did not. The First Minister has issued a statement within the past couple of minutes. I'll just read the top of that to you. She says, "I welcome the conclusions of James Hamilton's independent investigation, which are comprehensive, evidence-based and unequivocal," she says. "He's considered all the allegations against me. I'm happy that his report's findings clear me of any breach of the ministerial code." Today, I want once again to remind people at the heart of this case were women who had the courage to come forward and complain. The First Minister goes on that they were let down by the Scottish Government's handling of their complaints is not in dispute, and I again apologise to them for that. So there you go, Nicola Sturgeon, pleased with the finding clearly. She will be relieved because her career hung on it. Had she been found guilty of breaching the ministerial code knowingly, then that would have been a matter, in the view of her opponents, certainly for resignation. But the breaking news right now is that James Hamilton, who's been looking into what would have been a very serious matter, has ruled that no, she didn't break the ministerial code.
What of the timing of this, James, just before the start of the Holyrood election campaign?
Yeah, well, that clearly is hanging over all of this. May the 6th is the Scottish election. This is the last week, the last functioning week of the Scottish Parliament. And Nicola Sturgeon, you know, she would have faced a degree of pressure, not just this week, but no doubt it would have hung over into the election campaign, and it would have laid down one of the central themes of that campaign. You know, a First Minister in the eyes of her opponents who had breached the code and essentially lacked appropriate integrity. That's not been the finding of James Hamilton in this independent review. There will be accusations, there remain calls for her resignation. Indeed, they will be articulated tomorrow in the Parliament chamber when there is a motion of no confidence brought by the Scottish Conservatives, a motion of no confidence in Nicola Sturgeon. Now, had this report gone against her, that would have been troublesome, because the Greens, who currently are standing by the SNP and the First Minister on this matter, and she needs their votes to vote down any no confidence motion. So they've got the Greens in the bag at the moment. Had that been a critical report, the Greens might have had second thoughts, and then she would have been in trouble in terms of the numbers in that no confidence vote. As things stand, one imagines the Greens will stand firm with the SNP. So there's every chance that she will survive that vote of no confidence, every likelihood that she will survive unscathed. But, you know, whether or not there is damage and continuing fallout from this, I suppose we'll wait and see. But she and her government certainly see her as being in the clear, and it's fair to say that she's been cleared by James Hamilton in this report.